أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله.
For the new masjid, requirement for more space, and I know you get to our Jumu'ah prayers, but we simply have outgrown the building in terms of accommodating our population, which now is at least 300 people. Yes, my name is Shahid Salim Rashid. Well, my official role is permanent member of the board of directors. I'm a founding member of Masjid Bilal.
I think the masjid is kind of the center for the Muslim community. For more than just prayer, it's just kind of a community center. So you have prayers there obviously 5 times a day and on Fridays, but you can also have religious discussions there. You can have social events, fairs, anything like that. So it's a good gathering place for everybody in the Muslim community in the area.
A sense of pride, for Muslims to actually see a building that's being erected for the exclusive purpose, having the architectural design reflecting the traditional purpose. What I hope to see happen, that I see missing, that we don't have now, is a greater cultural expression of Islam. So those kinds of things are important for the morale of the community, and morale is always important.
Well, I think the mosque could distract the Christian community from embracing their religion, because a lot of the negative associations with Muslims come from attacks like 9/11 or car bombings in Iraq, where the Muslims have a very negative connotation associated with them. And I feel like that could leave a bad vibe in the community for people that don't necessarily associate good things with Muslims.
And to expand on what he said, it may not necessarily be fair that we do have these connotations of them. But fair or not, that's these kind of situations, and I don't think we're ready for this kind of change. And until we are ready, it may be dangerous or something bad could happen. And historically it's kind of a case-by-case thing. Sometimes in the Middle East, you'll see a bunch of Christians defend Muslims. Other times you'll see the outcries in the Middle East, the Jews and Muslims and the issues they have behind. So it's kind of hard to say. Each church is different, people are different. Until you do it, it's really hard to say for sure, honestly. It goes both ways.
A lot of times that the Christians, sometimes they have people that are radical, almost like Muslims. They have their radicalism, and you really never know how people are going to react to a certain situation until you put them in that situation. And I feel like if you build a mosque, you may have negative things that happen in the local area, and it could possibly get ugly and not exactly what you want when you're talking about building a religious building in the area. So I guess that's probably not too much.
Some people are kind of harsh towards other religions and like Islamic, and especially like I've heard before, like a mosque being built near, I think it was the World Trade Center. There was like a mosque being built near that a few years ago, and that caused a lot of uproar. But maybe having friends that had that religion doesn't bother me as much, because I know it'll happen.
Our masjid will become an example for the community. This community will become an example for other communities. This will spread throughout the state as we exemplify the life we want and organize that life, and people begin to endorse it and moves away from a threat to something that you want to embrace.
I think specifically for restaurants, we're in the middle of the Bible Belt, there's churches pretty much everywhere. And about any given Sunday, people come out of church and they go eat. I think a mosque, specifically at restaurants in the area, would bolster some business a little bit. And as long as they're willing to serve Muslims, and I'd like to hope they are, that would certainly be a good thing. As far as the other business go, I can't really say it would affect them much. We may see something open, like, the Christian bookstores and the go to Christians in this area. There may be 1 or 2 of those open up. I have no idea. attendance is very small right now. I can't see it having a very big effect.
They have we have about, I think, over 200 people, I'd say, every Friday. So usually you're hungry after Friday prayer, so that can't be anything but good for surrounding restaurants and things like that. So with this new mosque, hopefully more people will come, and that'll probably be better for local business. But it's going to have a really positive impact on the whole Lexington Muslim community, I believe.
Well, the role of the masjid stays the same. New bricks don't do any more than old bricks. New steel doesn't do any more than old steel. The masjid itself is a building. What we're actually building is the life that we want as Muslims. And the new masjid will facilitate us in building the organized Muslim life that we want. Leader at that time, Imam W.D. Muhammad, may God forgive his faults and give him the paradise. He gave us a mission at that time. He said, he looked at the world and he said the world needs to be remade. And he said our mission as Muslims is to remake the world. The United States is a place of worship, and we call it the headquarters. I call it the headquarters because everything that we want to do Islamically starts from the masjid.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله أشهد